Hi, this is State Representative J.T. Wilcox, and I am shooting this video myself from my office at home on the farm down here between Harts Lake and the Nisqually River. And I'm sharing an experience with many of you that we didn't think that we were going to experience in our lives. How many of us thought that big parts of our economy would be shut down? How many of us thought that we would be isolated in our homes for many, many days? And also, many of us are having a very different experience too. Those are people that are absolutely necessary to sustain life here in Washington. And those are folks who are involved in the food supply chain, the grocery business, people involved in warehousing, truckers, some parts of construction. These people have a different experience and have a very different set of risks, especially those who are involved in healthcare. And we are all grateful to all of you that are staying on the job, sometimes exposed to a lot of danger. And we absolutely have to have you, and you've earned our gratitude. Folks, we're fortunate here in Washington. When we look at a few other states, New York and New Jersey, for example, we are having a much less severe experience than they are having, especially in New York. In fact, in New York right now, every day they're losing almost triple the number of people that we have lost to date to COVID here in Washington. That doesn't mean that it's unimportant here in Washington. It means that we've done a pretty good job of recognizing this threat early, and the people of Washington have done a good job in addressing the critical needs that we have to keep it from spreading. It's also really important that we begin to think about what is the next phase. I call it the exit plan from the stay home order. We can't keep the economy shut down indefinitely. And in fact, I think it's absolutely critical that we find out how do we open up big parts of our economy with absolute safety as soon as it is possible to do that. I know many, many people value their jobs. And of course, there are thousands and thousands of self-employed people and small business owners in Washington that are not even sure if they're going to be able to go back to work or reopen their businesses. We have to give them some assurance. I want you to know that I and my colleagues in the House Republican Caucus are in contact with business organizations every single day. We're in contact with the governor's office and Washington state agencies and with our colleagues across the aisle to figure out how can we create rules that will let people go back to work, be very safe, and start up the economy that we rely on to fund our lives, fund our dreams, fund the infrastructure of the state of Washington, and fund the operations of all of the agencies and preserve a social safety net. We're not going to give up on that, and we're making progress. Thanks, everybody.